right to be disgusted. I mean, this is a grown-ass man we're talking about, and every time she goes to do his laundry, she's got a little PTSD going on.
She's married to Skidmarks.
Gross, man.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. And it's happened numerous times, and she didn't know how to address the situation with him. One, she thought it would be embarrassing for him, and two, it's going to be embarrassing for her. So, mind you, this is her husband. He is a 31-year-old grown man. She's the one that does the laundry, so she has to deal with the stains. And every single week, he throws his underwear in the basket, and they are lined with you-know-what.
Gotcha.
She's like, our 6-year-old does a better job of wiping his butt than her husband does.
Oof.
And she's had him do the laundries a few times, hoping he'd see how bad it was, and not a word. So she's like, how do I approach this conversation? What do I do? And we had somebody call up, and they were actually like, dated a guy who did not wipe. We didn't get it. It was so gross. We didn't ask for more details.
Because you said this was probably common. I was like, no way. And then next thing you know, calls started coming in.
Of people who were with people who couldn't wipe their butts properly.
If that woman is listening now that called up initially and said she was dating the guy that just no, it's not what I do. I got questions. 1-855-BERT show.
That's got an itch, one.
If that was you, who?
That's how I felt. Yes, exactly how I felt.
What?
Huh?
Who? Huh? Just decided not to?
Just don't do it.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Unless he's one of those unicorns where you have like the ghost poos, like when you poop and you go to wipe and there's nothing there. What?
And the ghost poo.
That's the first for me.
Or he gets that splash action, and it's like a homemade bidet.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like y'all ain't never done it.
I don't even like talking about this, but I am curious. I am very curious about how somebody goes through life and just decides, no, that's not for me.
Yep.
No.
It takes too much time.
All right, so in this case, here's the update that we asked for. ... What suggestion did you have?
Oh, I don't even remember what. I was so taken aback by that phone caller of the guy who never wiped his butt that I don't even remember what we suggested.
You refused to wash the underwear.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
right.
Refused to wash the underwear, and then all of a sudden he has no underwear left.
So, like,
and
do
then,
all of the other laundry and
Yes.
just leave his underwear in one pile?
Yep. And don't wash his underwear until and then the other one somebody suggested if it has skid marks on it, and this was somebody else who called who had this issue, they threw away the underwear until he had none left.
That's right.
So refused to wash it, didn't make him wash it, literally just threw it away until he had no underwear left and had to go buy some more and then got the hint.
All right, so she says, no, my problem hasn't been solved. I tried to do what Kristen had suggested and refused to wash the underwear.
Okay.
That seemed to backfire. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and laundry is supposed to be my job. So he seemed annoyed that I wasn't doing his laundry.
Oh, you're annoyed, huh? Imagine her.
So to prove a point, I did all of his laundry except the stain stuff. After several days, he realized he didn't have any clean underwear left. In fact, as of this morning, I knew there wasn't a single pair of clean underwear in the house. I realized this when putting away the other laundry. So I assumed he would have realized it when he had reached for his last pair and decided to wash his own underwear. Well, he didn't do that. He didn't. This means he either went to work this morning choosing to wear his dirty, stained stuff, or he isn't wearing any at all. I don't know which is more disgusting.
Oh, if he's not wearing any at all, then the pants are going to have it on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If he isn't wearing underwear, that means there's no layer between what she says is obvious, his ass and his pants. I sent him a text and told him that he didn't have any clean underwear and asked how he got dressed this morning. He didn't respond to the question, but just said he would stop at Target on his way home and buy some more. Does he not realize this isn't normal or okay? She writes. I mean, if this were a medical issue that he had no control over, it seems he would just hide it and wash it himself. But the fact that he's fine with it, with a pile of poop-stained underwear just sitting in the laundry room, leads me to think he either doesn't care or he's just lazy. That is the definition of lazy right there.
I mean, and I can be a lazy person, but I've always managed to wipe my butt accordingly. And yes, you can save that.
She continues to say, I mean, he's a grown man who seemed to put on poop-stained underwear and walk out the door. I really didn't want to openly talk to him about it, but I think I've got no choice.
yeah.
I just really don't want to have to nag my 31-year-old husband as if he's a 6-year-old. I already have an actual 6-year-old, is what she said.
But here's the thing. If you're married, no conversation should be off limits. You should be able to talk about anything, including this one.
And you tried the other way. You tried the other option of getting him to get it himself, and obviously it didn't work. Yeah, you got to talk to that man.
Allison, were you the caller that reached out before and said, look, my man never, ever, you just didn't do that?
Well, it was an ex, for the record.
Yeah.
But no, he would actually get directly into the shower, which I thought was absolutely repulsive.
Wait. So he would go number 2, and then instead of wiping his butt, would just go straight to the shower?
Yeah.
Did you ever question him on why?
He thinks it's more gross to wipe, is what he used to say.
It's more gross.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
The thought process behind this is intriguing.
Just even the 5 or 6 or 7 feet from the toilets to the shower in that condition is so nasty.
Imagine what that washcloth
And then
looks like.
washcloth.
The washcloth.
The water in the shower. All of it.
You're stepping on it.
Yes.
So immediately,
Yeah, and
Allison,
when
did you break up with him immediately after that? Or you're like, you know what, I can kind of get around this?
Well, after I found out, I realized I needed to bleach the shower, and then yes.
I bleached the shower and then I
Yeah.
broke up with him.
Yep.
The priorities. Bleaching the shower was number 1. Breakup was number 2.
All right, last call. Lauren might have a great idea here. Hey, Lauren, how do we fix this?
Okay, so she's talking about how she has a kid, and she would notice if her kid's underwear were dirty and probably have a talk with her kid. So she needs to have a talk with his mama and have his mom sit him down and talk to him and embarrass him out of it.
Ultimately, you could say it's partially his mother's fault.
Yes.
That makes sense.
30-year-old man that doesn't know how to wipe himself. That is partially mama's fault right there.
Hey, it's partially mom and dad's fault. Those two go hand in hand. Dad is equally responsible for making sure his son knows how to wipe his ass.
That is true.
That's true.
That does not fall all on mama.
That's fair.
That is 100% true.
Hand in hand, as you say.
It's the Bert Show.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get the Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.